So have you heard about this weird caterpillar fungus, Cordyceps sinensis? Well, we're going to chat in this particular session about how this weird fungus can actually help you to slow aging, prevent illness, and look and feel your best. So welcome along here. It's Corey Sievers here with the Savvy team. Welcome to Healthy Savvy Life, where we teach you hints and tips to help you reach that next level of health and wellness. And so here in the Savvy team, we really believe that you can reach the higher level of health and wellness with the right plan and some support and guidance along the way. So look, we use this cordyceps mushroom as part of some of our wellness programs, and it just has some amazing benefits in the body. And that's what I really want to cover with you during the course of this particular session. So let's jump on into it. So I guess first of all, cordyceps itself is a type of medicinal mushroom. It's been somewhat of a staple in holistic medicine for centuries. It's long been revered for its potent anti-aging and health-promoting properties. So, but the interesting thing is, in recent years, a lot of research has been done to back up some of these long-held beliefs about it, and it's turned up some impressive findings, reporting that it's a super supplement, in fact. That it can promote your athletic performance, promote your heart health, decrease inflammation, improve your sex drive, and keep you feeling at your best. So we're actually going to talk in this particular session of Healthy Savvy Life about some of the ways that this can really help you to maximize your all-round well-being, this weird fungus. So let's jump on in and talk about the 10 amazing benefits of this weird fungus. So the first one of these benefits is that it can help you to slow aging. Who's up for slowing a little bit of aging here? So it's jam-packed with antioxidants that can help fight free radical damage. So, by the antioxidants fighting free radical damage, they can, also lessen this oxidative stress and slow the signs of aging that can compromise your health over the long haul there. So although research on the anti-aging effects of cordyceps have been limited mostly to animal studies so far, research has shown that it boosts brain function, enhances memory, and can even extend the lifespan of the animal. So it's a good idea if you're wanting to boost up that brain and live longer and feel better in the long run, that this could actually help you to do that. Number two, it could improve your stamina and endurance. Several studies suggest that cordyceps can boost athletic performance, improving physical abilities, endurance, and stamina, partially because of the way it acts on the body's supply of ATP, one of the primary sources of energy during exercise. So the Cordyceps sinensis is considered an energizing adaptogen used to help fight fatigue, treat muscle aches, and even prevent weakness. Now, in a 2010 study published in the Journal of Alternative and Complementary Medicine, it was demonstrated that supplementation with Cordyceps sinensis improved exercise performance and contributed to overall markers of wellness in older adults. So if you haven't been exercising, you know that you should be. It could probably help you to get moving. So interestingly, it also is thought to improve the way your body utilizes oxygen, especially during exercise, and has been shown to increase your VO2 max. So therefore, if you are more of a, whether you're an athlete or just a weekend warrior, it can help you to actually increase your endurance, your stamina, and even help you to recover more there. So studies have shown that the cordyceps is effective at enhancing aerobic exercise capacity, endurance, exercise performance, and as well as alleviating fatigue in healthy people. And in addition to, it can reduce the lactic acid buildup in muscles. So that makes, that's what makes you sore after a workout. So pretty nice. It can help you do more exercise, get more done in the gym, and also recover better and feel less sore. So it's a good all-rounder there. It can also improve your all-round energy, your general energy and vitality. So relief of fatigue is one of the well-known benefits of cordyceps. So when it comes to energy, you may think about carbs, eating your carbs to gain energy, but when it all comes down to it, it's about cellular energy that's most important, and the release of ATP, etc. And cordyceps can help that. So it can increase cellular ATP level and oxygen utilization within the body. So that leads to a real increase in actual energy that's available use for the body, and not just during exercise. So it can also increase oxygen availability, which means easier breathing. So they have used it in many high altitude climbers have used cordyceps regularly to increase oxygen capacity and get an energy boost. But obviously you don't need to be a high altitude climber to get the benefit. We all could use being able to get more air into the system there. And clinical studies conducted in elderly patients that already had fatigue and had shown problems with getting air in, the supplementation with cordyceps showed a significant improvement in their level of fatigue, their ability to tolerate cold temperatures, and it even improved their memory and cognitive capacity. Oh, and their sex drive. So this is what they found in the study. After taking cordyceps for 30 days, these elderly people, 92% of them showed a reduction in chronic fatigue symptoms. 89% showed a reduction in the feelings of feeling too cold. 83% showed a reduction in dizziness. And so another study with healthy older volunteers, the average age was 65. It administered Cordyceps Sinensis for 6 weeks while exercising on stationary bikes. And it showed that the group had significant increases in energy and oxygen capacity. And that was in older adults. So, it doesn't matter, young or old, we can benefit from this amazing medicinal mushroom. So the next one is that it can actually help regulate blood sugar and reduce insulin resistance. So cordyceps has been long used in the traditional treatment of diabetes in China and in that particular Asian region. And a number of clinical trials in animals and humans have shown the potential of cordyceps as a blood sugar regulation agent. In animal models, cordyceps also helped combat high blood sugar levels whilst at the same time reducing insulin levels and protecting against insulin resistance. So it had a very powerful modulating effect on glucose metabolism and insulin response. Nice, considering many people suffer with blood sugar imbalance problems. So number 5, it supports your heart health. Research has found strong links between cordyceps and heart health, with studies showing that it could help to protect the heart against damage, that the studies have shown that it can lower cholesterol levels and prevent and be associated and useful in the prevention of coronary heart disease, and that is the leading killer in the Western world. So it's a good move there. Now, one study showed that cordyceps actually helped to reduce the damage to the heart and the liver in rats that already had kidney disease. So this was an animal model study, yeah. Other research showed that cordyceps could lower the levels of LDL cholesterol and help to prevent arteriosclerosis. Again, lowering cholesterol as well as reducing oxidative damage has a very powerful effect on the cardiovascular system. So they saw a reduced incidence of a heart attack and stroke in the testing. Other animal models showed that it might also reduce high triglyceride levels, which is another risk factor for cardiovascular disease. So the research materials published in the Journal of Alternative and Complementary Medicine suggest that it can lower your high blood pressure, it can correct cardiac arrhythmia, and extends the latent period and reduces the duration of cardiac arrhythmia attacks. So it's just reporting some of the news in studies. They're well documented. Some people say, oh, it's only in animal models, but it's actually been done a lot in both animal and human studies, and the benefits are quite remarkable. Yes, a lot of the studies are done in Asia with this. This has long been held as a potent anti-aging and rejuvenating tonic. It's, sometimes we're a bit slow in the Western world to actually get on to some of these amazing medicinal herbs. So numerous studies showed that those with chronic heart issues also show that long-term administration of the Cordyceps Sinensis, in combination even with conventional treatments, significantly improved the physical condition, the mental health, sexual drive, cardiac function, all of the markers compared to the control group that only received conventional treatments. So it's, in other words, this was well studied alongside conventional treatments for issues related to heart function. Number 6 is it might actually help to fight cancer cells. There have been several promising in vitro studies that have shown that cordyceps could possess powerful anti-cancer properties and actually help block the growth of several different types of cancer. In particular, in vitro studies show that cordyceps extract actually may be effective in reducing the growth of liver, lung, and colorectal cancer cells. So, good one there. However, what they said is that the anti-cancer effects of cordyceps just don't stop at stopping the cancer cell growth. Animal studies have shown that that Cordyceps sinensis can also reduce the risk of the side effects of any other treatment as well. Pretty powerful stuff there. So number 7, it can enhance your sexual function. And traditionally, people of both sexes took Cordyceps sinensis as a tonic to enhance libido and improve reproductive function, good for fertility, those sorts of things. And based on animal models, it does appear that Cordyceps supplements help the body to utilize oxygen more efficiently, improve blood flow, and this is an important part of physical health and sexual function. So obviously, especially for men, blood flow, for example, and vasodilation is part of what is part of what's associated with erections, and so lack of that can lead to erectile dysfunction and problems there. So improved endurance, increased energy, lower levels of inflammation, and there are several other reasons that research has shown that cordyceps may improve fertility and libido. So could be used as a natural treatment for infertility as well as part of a natural remedy for impotence. So the results in human clinical trials published in the Journal of Alternative and Complementary Medicine demonstrated that cordyceps is effective in increasing sex drive and affects sexual functions either via sex hormones or directly by acting on the sex organs. So just to give you an example of what this research uncovered. For example, 3 separate studies were conducted on a total of 756 people with established decreased sex drive. They were either given the Cordyceps sinensis or a placebo for just 40 days. Here's what's happened. The results of the studies showed that 64.8% of the Cordyceps users reported significant improvement in their sexual function as compared to only 23% that were in the placebo group. So a significant increase over and above placebo for sexual function and libido. The results of another controlled study on elderly men and women that had decreased libido showed that, given cordyceps for just 40 days, it showed increased sperm survival time and increased sperm count, as well as the majority of patients reporting improvements in libido and sexual health. So who do you know who's struggling in that particular area? Maybe they don't tell you, but maybe you know couples looking to fall pregnant. Maybe the addition of detoxing, like we suggest here in the Savvy team, cleansing the system, getting rid of chemicals. Maybe some of these medicinal mushrooms could spark things up for couples having trouble falling pregnant. So it can improve your immune function as well. So some studies suggest that consuming cordyceps can benefit your immune system. And obviously your immune system is responsible for fighting away viruses, bacteria, and so keeping it working optimally is a good idea. Now, it can stimulate the immune system by increasing the white blood cells. It's often recommended as a rejuvenator for increasing energy while recovering from operations in China and also from serious illness. The Chinese Journal of Integrated Traditional Western Medicine published that cordyceps enhanced the immune system in healthy individuals as well as patients with leukemia. Here's what happened. The white blood cell activity was increased by 74% in healthy individuals. So healthy people, it helped enhance their immune system. But here, with leukemia patients, the increase was 400%. So an amazing boost in immune function for those struggling with leukemia. So in the book Cordyceps, China's Healing Mushroom, it describes that there are significant immune boosting effects of cordyceps. It lays out that this is by way of white blood cell improvement, T helper cells, NK cells, macrophages, all of this helping to increase the cellular immunity against infections, especially viral and fungal. So, in addition to that, taking cordyceps may be beneficial in inflammatory related conditions such as Crohn's disease, arthritis, leaky gut, and asthma. One animal model study showed that it was effective in reducing inflammation in the airways of mice that had established asthma problems. Could be helpful there. So that leads us to number 9, actually opening the airways. So traditional Chinese medicine has promoted cordyceps as a guardian of respiratory health, okay, for thousands of years. And so cordyceps extract has the ability to alleviate symptoms of various respiratory illnesses, including chronic bronchitis, asthma, pneumonia, and excess phlegm. It's believed that it's mainly due to the anti-inflammatory properties and the tendency to relax the bronchial walls and also promote that oxygen utilization. So has numerous impacts that can really help you to really breathe deeper and struggle less for air. And so there's certainly animal model studies showing that it's very beneficial for asthma. Cordyceps sinensis inhibits tracheal contractions and allows for increased airflow to the lungs, which is obviously especially important for people with asthma. So a clinical study showed with 50 asthma patients, they were treated with a group treated with cordyceps demonstrated an 81.3% improvement rate within 5 days compared to 61% in 9 days with a group of asthmatics treated with antihistamines. So in other words, comparing the cordyceps against antihistamines, typical sort of treatment, then there was an 81% improvement in 5 days versus the traditional treatment, a 61% improvement in 9 days. Okay, and that was 50 asthmatics. So there's been extensive trials in humans that demonstrated the positive tendency in respiratory illnesses, including asthma, chronic obstructive pulmonary disorder, and bronchitis. Plus, mice fed cordyceps and subject to extremely low oxygen environments were able to utilize oxygen far more efficiently, better tolerate acidosis and hypoxia, which is the lack of oxygen, and they lived 2 to 3 times longer than the control group. Number 10, might fight systemic inflammation. And this is one of the drivers of disease today. So cordyceps is said to fight inflammation in the body. Now, although some inflammation is good, obviously, chronic inflammation, long-term systemic inflammation has been linked to cancer, heart disease, Alzheimer's, all these sorts of things. So research has shown that when the body cells are exposed to cordyceps, special proteins that increase inflammation in the body become suppressed. And thanks to these potential effects, researchers do believe that cordyceps can be a very powerful long-term supplement in the fight against systemic inflammation. Obviously, if there's anything that's triggering inflammation, like poor food choices, these sorts of things, it's better to turn the chemical exposure, it's better to turn those off and then reduce inflammation. But nice, hey? Nice list of benefits. So they're 10 amazing benefits of this medicinal mushroom. So I guess thinking about it in sort of summary there, that Chinese herbs such as cordyceps have a long history of efficacy, and they can really help your body to cope with the things that you're going through, excess stress, the demands of modern life, and the fact that we're wanting to get so much more done with less time today. So it can help with the physical stress, the mental stress, the whole stress on the physiological system. So it helps you get more out of your day because it improves your endurance, your ability to get things done quicker, improves your brain function, your energy levels, your vitality, etc. So if you are allergic to molds and yeasts, then you may have troubles with cordyceps because it's obviously from a mushroom. We haven't experienced that with anyone really in people that we've dealt with within the community here. So, but it's worthwhile knowing about that. So we certainly tend to use the cordyceps mushrooms alongside reishi and a couple of other herbs there in a supportive formula. And it's used in our executive well-being and high-performance well-being programs. But it's a good all-rounder if you're just looking to improve your energy, vitality, and slow aging look and feel your best. So if you have any questions, you want to know the sorts of things that we recommend, or you want to explore what we can do to help you reach a high level of wellness, please do feel free to reach out to us here. So that is it for this particular session of Healthy Savvy Life. I hope that you think about the benefits of this amazing medicinal mushroom, because it could, really, the cordyceps could just be the thing. It really could be the thing that adds just that little bit of extra spark to your life. So all the best. Look forward to catching up with you next time around on Healthy Savvy Life.